Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to get your first 1,000 email subscribers as an e-commerce brand. I mean, these methods work for getting to your first 100,000 as well. It's just, 1,000 ranks better on YouTube. But anyways, let's jump right into it. So when it comes to building out your subscriber list for emails, there's only really three things, right? Number one is lead magnet, number two is traffic, and number three is relevant content. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do each and every one of these in this video. I'm going to break down every one in excruciating detail. So let's jump into it. First is lead magnet. A lead magnet, in short, is basically your offer, right? What are you incentivizing people to join your list with? Because inherently, their email and their information and their contact method is valuable. So there are various ways of incentivizing someone to join your list. Generally speaking, the most predominant four are: number one, giving discounts on your items, your products, your collections. Number two is info products. And number three is giveaways. And lastly, it's basically the weakest, which is keep in the loop, which is stay up to date, right? But without actually giving any tangible incentive. In terms of the best performing ones, generally speaking, giveaways and discounts perform vastly better than info products and keeping in the loop. Now, there are situations where keeping in the loop, so your stay up to date angle, along with info products, can actually have a higher conversion rate than a discount or a giveaway. It's predominantly for brands where if the consumer buys the product, they get instant additional value. So for example, brands like Supreme, Rolex, basically any super luxury but exclusive brands, once someone makes a purchase from them, they can actually make money and have upside potential. Then keeping in the loop and staying up to date works extremely well, because this product has like thousands of people queued up to purchase it, but the supply is very limited. So by joining the list, they are able to stay up to date and be the first ones to know. For those types of products and brands, keeping in the loop and staying up to date works incredibly well. However, with the average brand, your discounts and giveaways are going to be the most appealing and can convert anywhere from 5% of traffic up to around 15%. And if you're really optimizing and stretching it, you can get up to 20%. Now, info products are an interesting one, right? Because it only works for very specific niches. And if you also are kind of like, if you build your brand around information and transformation, right? So in those types of situations, info products can be incredibly valuable as well. So there are essentially three places that you can put these lead magnets to capture new leads for you guys. Number one, that's going to be the PopUp Form. So this is probably going to be the most common one being used by brands out there. However, every single brand also uses what's known as a footer form. Now, the footer form is not going to be as high converting as the pop-up, simply because it's less intrusive and not as many people are going to be able to see that pop-up form. However, it's still worth having, generally speaking, at the very bottom of your website, which is hence the footer. The third place to actually place a lead magnet would be on a dedicated landing page. So a dedicated landing page would be something that would have a very specific page dedicated to collecting emails. So that would be where you would drive traffic to, maybe if you're running a giveaway campaign, or if you're doing an exclusive discount or like a pre-launch campaign. A dedicated landing page would be extremely high converting. Let's talk about the second pillar that you need in order to build your list to your first 1,000 subscribers. And that would be traffic. So traffic is really important, because without traffic, you can have like the best form in the world, right? But no one's going to be able to see it. Now, there are essentially a couple types of traffic. Number one is traffic that is already coming to your site. So this would be from ads, socials, influencers, affiliates, whatever, any traffic source. This is essentially traffic that is coming to your site with the intention to buy. And from there, you're trying to convert a portion of that traffic into leads for your business. And that can be captured through pop-ups and footer forms. Another type of traffic is traffic you directly drive to a landing page with the specific purpose of collecting leads. So that would be with things like traffic ads, social pages, when you're like doing a giveaway on your social media platforms, for example, influencers, driving traffic to a very specific landing page dedicated to collecting leads. And the third way of getting traffic and getting leads is actually collaborating with other brands and cross-pollinating your list. Now, this is where a lot of people screw up, right? Cross-pollinating is very different than sharing your list or just like selling your list. Cross-pollinating is essentially when two brands collaborate on a giveaway, for example, or some sort of collaboration between products, whether it's like a crossover or whatever. Cross-pollinating your list would involve you sending out an email to your list saying, hey, we're running this giveaway. You're driving traffic to a dedicated landing page. And then also the other brand also saying, hey, we're running a giveaway, driving traffic to a dedicated landing page, but making it very, very clear that when they are signing up to the other person's list also, right? So this is called cross-pollination because you're essentially, I guess if you want to visualize this, it's like a Venn diagram between your lists and then you kind of like share the portion in the middle. Cross-pollinating, not sharing. Okay, don't share, that's illegal. So that's the third way of driving traffic. Now, before I show you guys what the third pillar is, a quick message from the sponsor of this video, me. Right? For the longest time, I've been teaching email marketing on YouTube for I think just under a year now, but I've been making videos for a very, very long time. And one of the most common questions I get asked is, do you have like some sort of coaching, mentorship, or course that you have? And for the longest time, literally like 2 years, that answer was always no. But now, things are different, right? I have a email marketing course dedicated to teaching someone from a complete beginner to becoming someone that can generate consistently 20 to 40% of monthly revenue for any e-commerce brand out there. If it's your own brand, great. You know, you don't need to pay the agency fees anymore. You can learn how to do it yourself. Down below is a link to a landing page giving you all the information that you guys need in order to make an informed decision on whether or not you want to join my email marketing course. You can use it for your own brand, or if you're a freelancer, agency, service provider, consultant, you can use it for your clients and keep them longer, charge more, get them way better results, right? Now back to the video. Now onto the last pillar. When it comes to serving relevant content, this is something super, super important because the biggest mistakes I see brands make is, especially when their list is super, super small, they just don't really pay attention to this as a channel of revenue for them because it's such a small list. So what happens is they wait until their list builds up to, let's say, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 people before actually reaching out and sending any content that they signed up for. Big mistake, right? Because as time progresses, this lead is going to be way colder to your brand and way less receptive to your messaging and way more likely to churn and less likely to interact. So the best time to send content is right after someone signs up, right? And you want to make sure you're serving relevant content on a consistent basis to these contacts that you have, because the longer time goes on, the less receptive they are going to be to your content. And worst case, they forget that they actually signed up with you in the first place and just report your email as spam completely. So yeah, as soon as someone signs up to your list, you have to make sure you're sending them consistent content that is hyper relevant to them and serving them exactly what they've signed up for. Now, I have a video that's going to be released soon showing you guys the email frequency and how much you should send at each stage of your brand's journey. So that video is going to be released in the future. Subscribe with notifications on if you want to make sure you catch that video on release.